Amos chapter 1, verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the places of Bozrah. Call halal yamla Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the Bakwar Yam of Gamasa. Peace, love, and salutations to all ye Akim on the highways and byways. You comrades, you co-laborers that's out here helping us. Right, noise this gospel, sing this song, right, this new song into the ears of the elect, right, that they may dance. And this is why we call you the devil, alright? That serpent, that snake, Esau, also known as the so-called white man, alright? This is your track record, alright, that I'm about to lay out right before you. And I'm sorry, I can't even say your track record. Just a charge on a huge rap sheet. Okay. And this is why we call you the devil. All right. So now I want to get to the root. Okay. Of this lesson, right? It says right here, who funds Planned Parenthood? Because before we get into some statistics about how many babies, all right, how many lives have been murdered by way of this system, this image that's been put up, let's get to the root. Because there's a saying in the world, right? If you want to follow something, you want to get to the root of something, follow the money. Alright? And the funds come from what? Money. Right? So from 1996 to 2006, Planned Parenthood was led by Gloria Felt. Felt activated the Planned Parenthood Action Fund, PPAF, the organization's political action committee, launching what was most far-reaching electoral adversary effort in its history. The PPF serves as a nonpartisan political advocacy arm of the PPFA. All right. How does federal funding work at Planned Parenthood? Most of Planned Parenthood's federal funding is from Medicaid reimbursements and preventive care, and some of it is Title X. There's no keep Planned Parenthood running part of the federal budget. Here's where the funding comes in. At least 60% of Planned Parenthood's patients rely on public health programs like Medicaid and Title X for their preventive and primary care. All right, so through Medicaid reimbursements and Mass Health. All right, these government program health insurances. These is what funds Planned Parenthood. Alright, let's go back to the beginning of Planned Parenthood. Alright, 7 incredibly shocking quotes from the Planned Parenthood founder, Margaret Sanger. Alright, leading here is we don't want word to get out that we want to exterminate the Negro population. Margaret Sanger, founder of Planned Parenthood in 1939. As founder of America's largest abortion chain, Margaret Sanger's ideology for Planned Parenthood was cemented in eugenics, the belief and practice that aims to eliminate certain groups of people. As a eugenist, Sanger encouraged the sterilization of persons with less desirable qualities and strongly encouraged the reproduction of groups with more desirable qualities. In other words, the sterilization of the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Judites, you so-called Negroes, Native American and Hispanics that whose line go back, all right, to our forefather Jacob, Abraham, and Isaac, and obviously the reproduction of her race, going back to what I wrote in Amos, that desire and that perpetual hatred that Esau has for Jacob. It's all in the scriptures. It's all written. It's all explained. It says, but more desirable qualities. Sanger's disdain for blacks, minority groups, and minority groups. Slakia. It says, for blacks, minority groups, and the disease and disabled spawned from the birth of an abortion corporation that profits off the killing of the weakest and the most vulnerable. From its conception, Planned Parenthood was built upon the roots of exterminating individuals deemed unfit for the human family. Today, the spirit of Sanger lives on. According to the Guttmacher Institute, the former pro-abortion research division of Planned Parenthood, African American women are 5 times more likely to choose abortion over a white woman. Planned Parenthood clinics are strategically planted in minority communities, targeting blacks and impoverished minority groups, and abortion remains the leading cause of death for the black community. Below is a compilation of 7 shocking quotes from Sanger. And they're really not shocking. This stuff shouldn't be shocking to you. Coming out of everything that we've been through since, I won't even go back to the beginning. I'll just go back to since Christopher Columbus landed on these shores of what's called America, and the atrocities and the killings and the rapings and the slaughterings, the enslavement, the stealing of the lands, forcing to pick gold, all the things that has happened to the tribes. None of this should be shocking to you, but nevertheless, let's continue on. So below is a compilation of 7 shocking quotes from Sanger, a famed eugenist who birthed America's largest abortion on-demand corporation. All right. So the number one most shocking quote from her is, "We don't want the word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population." Okay. In a letter to Dr. Clarence Gamble on December 19th, 1939, Sanger exposited her version for the Negro Project, a freshly launched collaboration between the American Birth Control League and Sanger's birth control clinic research. The letter echoes the eugenics ideologies still visible within the corporate vein of Planned Parenthood today. It seems to me, from my experiences, that while the colored Negroes have great respect for white doctors, they can get closer to their own members and more or less lay their cards on the table, which means their ignorant superstitions and doubts. We could hire 3 or 4 colored ministers, preferably with social service backgrounds and with engaging personalities. The most respectful educational approach to the Negro is through religious appeal. All right, and it's up to us. The Heavenly Father left a line of men that's not gonna fall for these tricks. That's gonna wake up in these last days, and the rest will be blinded, and the rest will fall victim to this sword, which is Esau, this harbinger of death. Okay, so we're gonna read I'm gonna read just for the time's sake. I'm just gonna read some of the quotes. I accepted an invitation to talk to the women's branch of the of the KKK. Right? No surprise there, right? They are human weeds, reckless breeders spawning human beings who never should have been born. And this is the hatred that they have for Israel. Birth control is nothing more or less than weeding out the unfit. Okay, human beings who never should have been born at all. All right, 6. I think the greatest sin in the world was bringing children into the world. All right, 7. But for my view, I believe that there should be no more. Babies. All right. And so I just wanted to touch up real quick on how Esau, the devil, why we call you the devil, that word goes back to the Latin, which is the diablos, which means as a deceiver. How you use Planned Parenthood as if it's some as if it's a healthcare thing, as if it's a so-called women's rights thing, as if this is just a great thing that you're doing, providing women with healthcare, quote-unquote healthcare services, and all you're doing is you're committing genocide. You're attempting, because you could never genocide the nation of Israel. That was nowhere in the scriptures. Nowhere in the prophecies did it say the children that Yasharallah will be genocide. But you're trying to attempt to do so. Alright, this is why you're the devil. And this is it's bigger. I'll say the word Satan is bigger than the devil. Alright? Because you're adverse to life. Yahweh's existence, he exists, he's to be. Alright, he is. So he's life, he's everything. He's what you can see and what you can't see. And what the so-called white man is he's the harbinger of death. He's the complete opposite. Alright, so when Heavenly Father said, be fruitful and multiply, in Genesis the 1st chapter, you said, be barren and subtract. Alright, because you're the opposite, where the Lord is the way, the truth, and the life. You're not the way. Alright, you're a lie and you're death. Alright, you're the harbinger of death. Alright, the Lord's coming to bring life, and you come to bring death. Matter of fact, I'm going to get Revelation the 6th chapter. You come to bring death. You're adverse to the Heavenly Father, and you're adverse to His people. This is why you hate Yasharallah so much. Alright? You hate Yasharallah. You hate the Prince of Power. Matter of fact, you declared the Prince of Power 3/5 of a man, when the Lord said that these people are my chosen people. Alright? This is Revelation chapter 6 verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and was given to him a great sword. And that's spiritual, because that's talking about Esau. Esau came out red, and his blessing was the sword. Alright? And this is what he did. This is what you do. This was your lot. Your lot was to go from continent to continent and to bring the sword. Alright? To bring the sword, to bring death, to bring war, to bring plague, smallpox. This was your lot. And it's like, no more, we're not trying to convince you of this. This word, we're condemning you. We're letting you know that eventually you're the one you're gonna reap what you sow. This is how the Heavenly Father works. All right. Let me see if I get one more scripture. You're gonna reap what you sow. Everything that you tried to do to us, you castrated us. Now you're castrating yourself. You was all involved in butt breaking, and now you're voluntarily, you're a homo. You're voluntarily getting butt broken yourself. All right, you've invented the thermonuclear missile, in the hopes of obtaining dominance over the world. Now other nations have that missile, and then guess what? They're gonna launch that missile upon you. All right, you set up these drugs in our communities, even going back before Ronald Reagan. Nixon was with that. All right, even going back before then. All right, you set up drugs in our community to break up our families, to have us destitute, to come in and kick in our doors and to lock us up. And now look who's voluntarily taking drugs. You forced Jake to take drugs, and you forced that old crack cocaine epidemic, and now you're voluntarily on drugs and taking drugs because you've fallen on your own devices. All right, now you're a deadbeat dad. All right, you've fallen on your own devices. You put up Planned Parenthood, all right, to break up our families, and now your women are completely out of order and out of control. Back in the 60s, you had your women in order before you set up this stupid ass system, and it's kicking you in the ass. All right, the divorce rates are through the roof. All right, your faith is through. America is through. All right, and the so-called white woman uses Planned Parenthood out the yin yang, man, to the point where your population is declining. All right, to the point where you have more Edomites dying and then that are being born in 26 plus states. All right, around Babylon. All right, your numbers are going down. Okay. So all these traps and snares that you set for Yasha'Allah, they're just falling upon your own head. This is Job chapter 18 verse 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. And your light is being put out because you're being exposed. And you suck at what you do. Alright? You suck at what you do. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be darkened in his tabernacle, and the candle shall be put out with them. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. And your own counsel is casting you down because Satan is divided against Satan right now. And you have something like the Catholic Church who's supposed to be against Planned Parenthood, and they're coming out and they're speaking, and they're putting out these facts and stuff, not for the sake of the poor Negro, right, or the poor Spic, or the poor Mexican, the poor wetback. They're putting it out because they realize this Planned Parenthood is causing their women, all right, not to want to have babies because their birth rates are low. Their birth rates are in the negative. All right, and I'm going to read it here. It says, for he is cast into a net by his own feet, and walketh upon a snare. This is the net that you've cast on your own feet. You set this up for us, and behold, it's fallen upon you. You've gunned us down, and now you're committing suicide. Over 80% of suicides are done by Edomites, so-called white people. All right, all these mass shootings, 27 since this year, are being done by who? Are being done by so-called white people. All right, you're falling. You just like the cartoons. You see them set up the Roadrunner or whatnot. You know, you see the or Tom or Jerry. You see them set up a snare or set up a trap, and they'll fall on their own trap. That's you, Esau. Job chapter 18 verse 8. Right. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. The grin shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and the trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. And that terror is talking about the Most High. He's the ultimate terror. And this word is making you afraid, alright? His strength shall be hunger bitten, verse 12, and destruction shall be ready at his side. And that's what's coming for you, destruction, because that's what you love to give out. Alright? Because you pursued blood, right? Blood shall pursue thee. And this is all going back to you just being that harbinger of death, right? You're the fleshly, right, carnation of Satan, man. Genesis chapter 9 verse 6. Whosoever sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of power made he man. Alright? So that's what you do. You shed blood. And there's just no other way around it. Alright? There's no other way around it. This is what you did. This is why we don't just, we think we hate you. We don't, and a disclaimer, we don't hate white people. If you have white skin, we do not hate you. Alright? Real Hebrew Israelites do not hate anybody based off the color of their skin. Right? We hate Edomites. Alright? We hate people who, look, you can't love nobody. Can't love nobody who's for this. It's either A, they're just evil as all hell, or two, or B, they're just too stupid to realize what they're doing. Either or, you can't rock with that. Planned Parenthood, this is from the Daily Caller. Alright, Planned Parenthood reveals shocking numbers of abortions performed in a year. Alright, Planned Parenthood performed 328,348 abortions, alright, in 1 year from 2015 to 2016, according to the abortion group's latest report. Alright, Planned Parenthood released its annual report this week detailing the abortions, alright, adoption refers, pregnancy tests, and other services of the clinic. Unsurprisingly, the group performed an overwhelming amount of abortions in comparison to its adoption referrals. Okay? So, hey man, you're caught red-handed, Esau. This is why you're the devil. This is why you're the devil, you know? And this lady is, she's founded as a hero. You know, she's paraded as a hero. A lady who's involved in eugenics and this race is better than one and we need to exterminate them. And you're not just saying it, you're actively doing it. You know, here you have the Hebrew Israelites, they get out there and they talk vulgar language, okay? But you're out here doing, committing genocide, you know? So with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, double honors to the elders apostles that taught and continue to teach us this truth, and peace, love, and salutations to the whole elect. Till the next time, I say Shalom.